Soulmate or Soul Ally, Foundations for Choosing Your Ideal Relationship. I am Coach Mel, and I am a certified holistic wellness and relationship coach. I believe we all learn in one of two ways, either through knowledge, experience, or a mix of both. My mission is to share the truth about building and sustaining healthy, lasting relationships with as many women as God allows. For too long, generational cycles of unhealthy relationships have held our communities back. But I know that with the right knowledge, women can make empowered choices and avoid the pain of learning the hard way. My goal is to equip women with real, practical tools so they can break these patterns and create the love they truly deserve. In this workshop, we'll cover the difference between a soulmate and a soul ally, emotional intimacy and emotional unavailability, the 8 types of love, chemistry and compatibility, and then we'll take a deep dive into the difference between a soulmate and a soul ally. Part 1. The difference between a soulmate and a soul ally. The soulmate motto is love as destiny. For generations, we've been conditioned to believe in the idea of a soulmate, a single destined person who is meant to complete us. This belief, rooted in fairy tales and romance culture, suggests that love should be effortless, guided by fate, and filled with an unbreakable, almost mystical bond. However, the soulmate mindset can be misleading because it encourages passivity. It leads us to waiting for the one instead of actively building a relationship. It can lead us to set unrealistic expectations, believing love should be perfect and struggle-free. It can also lead to disappointment, leading us to mistake emotional highs for true connection. The soul ally motto is love is a decision. A soul ally is a partner you consciously choose based on shared worldview, vision, values, and mission. Instead of searching for a perfect match, you intentionally cultivate a deep, fulfilling partnership. A soul ally relationship is built on shared purpose. Both partners align on where they are headed in life. Emotional availability, where both partners are willing to be vulnerable, open, and present. Mutual growth, where both partners actively work on evolving together. And commitment over fantasy, where both partners choose love every day rather than relying on fate. So why does this distinction matter? When we stop chasing the illusion of a predestined, effortless connection and instead focus on choosing a partner who aligns with our values, we create a foundation for real, lasting love. Choosing the soul ally mindset empowers us to choose partners who align with our values and future, create deep emotional safety and trust in our relationship, and build a relationship that thrives on intentional love, not just fleeting chemistry. Key questions. How has the belief in a soulmate shaped the way I approach relationships? Am I waiting for love to happen, or am I actively choosing and building it? Have I ever dismissed a potential partner because they didn't feel like the one instantly? What deeper qualities might I have overlooked in the process? In what ways has the soulmate fantasy influenced my expectations of love? Am I seeking perfection, or am I willing to grow and evolve with a real, imperfect person? Part 2. Emotional intimacy versus emotional unavailability. At its core, emotional intimacy means feeling safe to express your true thoughts and emotions without fear of judgment or rejection. Knowing your partner deeply and being known in return. Trusting that your partner will be there for you emotionally, not just physically. Being able to navigate conflicts in a way that strengthens rather than weakens the relationship. Key components of emotional intimacy. Emotional safety. You feel secure sharing your deepest fears, dreams, and insecurities, knowing your partner will respond with care, not criticism. Trust and reliability. You know your partner has your back and follows through on their commitments, both big and small. Open and honest communication. You both express your thoughts, needs, and feelings transparently, without fear of being ignored or dismissed. Deep understanding and empathy. You don't just listen to each other, you seek to understand and validate each other's feelings. Emotional support and presence. You feel safe turning to your partner in times of distress, knowing they will offer comfort, encouragement, and a listening ear. Why emotional intimacy matters. A relationship without emotional intimacy feels disconnected, distant, and fragile, even if passion or attraction is strong. Without a deep emotional connection, you may feel lonely even when you're with your partner. Conflicts can turn into power struggles rather than opportunities for growth. Your relationship may rely too much on chemistry rather than compatibility. You, your partner, or both may start seeking emotional connection elsewhere. On the other hand, a relationship with emotional intimacy provides security, trust, and long-term fulfillment, even when challenges arise. Key questions. When I think about emotional intimacy, do I associate it with safety and connection, or do I feel discomfort and vulnerability? Why? In my past relationships, have I truly experienced emotional intimacy, or have I mistaken physical attraction and infatuation for real emotional safety? How do I currently cultivate emotional intimacy in my relationships, and where might I be holding back out of fear, habit, or past wounds? What is emotional unavailability? Emotional unavailability refers to a lack of openness, a lack of vulnerability, lowered capacity to form deep emotional connections in a relationship, a struggle to engage on an intimate level, and the biggest and most obvious sign is inconsistency. This type of partner intends to keep you on your toes. An emotionally unavailable person will struggle to express or discuss their emotions, avoid deep conversations about feelings or their relationship, become distant or withdrawn when emotional closeness is required, show patterns of hot and cold behavior, being engaged one moment and detached the next. They will dismiss or minimize your emotional needs. Some common signs of emotional unavailability. One of the biggest signs is intermittent reinforcement. This occurs when a partner alternates between affection and withdrawal, creating an addictive cycle of uncertainty and hope. This unpredictability keeps the other person emotionally invested, chasing moments of connection while tolerating neglect, making it difficult to leave the relationship despite its instability. With these next 6 signs, remember that although these behaviors are cultural and common to everyone at times, the key difference is that an emotionally unavailable partner operates in this mode consistently. More often than not, this defines their behavior. Changing the subject or deflecting. When you bring up emotional concerns, they quickly shift the conversation to something light or unrelated. For example, you might say something like, "I feel like we've been emotionally distant lately. Can we talk about it?" And their response might sound something like, "You're overthinking again. Let's just watch a movie and relax." Minimizing or dismissing your feelings. They downplay emotions or make you feel like you're making a big deal out of nothing. For example, you might say something like, "It hurt me when you didn't check in when I was having a tough day." And their response might sound something like, "I mean, do we really need to talk about this? It's not a big deal." Becoming distant or withdrawn. Instead of engaging in an emotional conversation, they physically or emotionally shut down. They might leave the room, give short responses, or do something else while you talk. For example, you say, "I feel like we're not as close as we used to be. What's going on?" Their response might sound something like, "I don't know. I just don't want to talk about this right now," then proceeds to ignore or disengage. Joking or deflecting when things get emotional. They use humor or sarcasm to avoid deep emotional conversations. For example, you say something like, "I love you and I really appreciate how supportive you've been." Their response might sound something like, "Oh wow, are you trying to get me to cry or something?" And they laugh it off. Keeping conversations surface level. They avoid discussing personal fears, past wounds, or deep emotions, even when prompted. For example, you might say, "What was your childhood like?" And their response might sound something like, "It was fine, nothing special," and they quickly change the subject. Withdrawing when feeling too close or exposed. When they feel emotionally exposed, they might shut down, pull away, or create distance. For example, you might say, "I really want to understand you better and know what you're feeling." And their response might sound something like, "I don't know. I just don't like talking about that kind of stuff." And they end the conversation. So what causes emotional unavailability? Unresolved childhood wounds. Growing up in an environment where feelings weren't valued, expressed, or safe to share. Past relationship trauma. Experiencing betrayal, heartbreak, or emotional neglect leading to self-protection. Fear of rejection or abandonment. Avoiding closeness to prevent the pain of being left or hurt. The impact of emotional unavailability on relationships. A relationship where one or both partners are emotionally unavailable can feel like it is one-sided. One partner carries the emotional weight while the other remains distant. These relationships can be frustrating and unfulfilling. Needs for emotional intimacy go unmet, leading to resentment. These relationships are often uncertain and both partners tend to be insecure. The lack of emotional connection creates anxiety about the relationship's stability. These relationships can be passionate but shallow. Chemistry might be strong, but there's no deep foundation for lasting connection. Without emotional availability, relationships struggle to grow, making it hard to build trust, resolve conflicts, or feel truly seen and valued. An emotionally available partner is open to discussing feelings. An emotionally unavailable partner avoids deep emotional talks. An available partner is consistent and reliable. An unavailable partner has hot and cold behavior. An available partner is invested in healing and growth. An unavailable partner is detached or resistant to change. Key questions: what patterns or beliefs have led me to choose emotionally unavailable partners? Was I drawn to the challenge, the chemistry, or the hope that I could change them? How have I ignored or rationalized the signs of emotional unavailability in past relationships? And what was I afraid would happen if I acknowledged the truth? What unmet emotional needs from my childhood might have made me more willing to accept inconsistency, distance, or emotional neglect in a relationship? Part 3. The different types of love. Understanding love beyond romance. Modern culture often portrays passionate love as the highest or most important form of love, creating the illusion that passion and desire must always be at the center of a fulfilling relationship. This belief, reinforced by movies, music, and societal expectations, can lead to unrealistic relationship expectations, believing that love should always feel exciting and intense, neglect of other essential types of love, overlooking the importance of friendship, commitment, and unconditional support in a relationship, attachment to chemistry over compatibility, prioritizing passion over shared values and emotional security. However, true, lasting love goes beyond passion and romance. While romantic attraction can be a strong starting point, it is not enough to sustain a fulfilling, lifelong connection. The truth: love is multidimensional. Love is not one size fits all. It exists in many different forms, all of which contribute to a healthy, lasting relationship. The ancient Greeks identified multiple types of love, recognizing that romance is only one piece of a deeper connection. To truly understand love, we must expand our definition beyond just eros, which is passionate love, and embrace other forms that create stability, trust, and meaning in our relationships. Expanding our view of love matters because it helps us build deeper, more meaningful relationships. When we prioritize love beyond just romance, we create relationships that are more fulfilling and resilient over time. It prevents us from mistaking passion for true connection. Many relationships fail because they are built only on attraction, without a foundation of trust, friendship, or shared vision. Understanding the different types of love also allows us to choose partners who align with our future. By valuing love in multiple forms, we move away from infatuation-based relationships and towards intentional, lasting partnerships. It teaches us that love is not just about what we feel, but what we do. Love is about showing up, supporting, and growing with someone, not just experiencing romantic highs. The first type of love is called eros, which is romantic and passionate love. This is love based on physical attraction, passion, and desire. It's a kind of love that sparks instant chemistry. It's rooted in physical and emotional intensity. It's often the initial pull that draws two people together. The potential pitfall, though, is that if it's not supported by deeper forms of love, eros can be short-lived and unstable. In a lasting relationship, eros should be nurtured, but it must be balanced with deeper forms of connection to sustain the relationship long-term. The next type of love is called philia, which is deep friendship and emotional bonding. This is love that is built on deep friendship, trust, and mutual respect. It is the foundation of strong companionship and connection. It involves loyalty, shared interest, and emotional support. It is found in relationships that feel safe, fulfilling, and deeply bonded. It is a key to a lasting relationship. Without philia, relationships feel superficial and lack emotional depth. In a lasting relationship, Philia is what allows couples to stay best friends even when the initial passion fades. The third type of love is called mania. This is obsessive and possessive love. It is intense, obsessive love driven by possessiveness and fear. It is a love that is driven by emotional highs and lows, obsession and dependency. It can lead to jealousy, codependency, and extreme attachment. It is unstable. It is often fueled by insecurity and a fear of abandonment rather than true connection. In a lasting relationship, mania must be transformed into secure, healthy love by developing emotional stability, self-worth, and mutual trust. The fourth type of love is called ludus. This is playful and flirtatious love. It is a love that is lighthearted, fun, and flirtatious. It is seen in early stage romance, playful teasing, and excitement. It helps keep relationships fresh and enjoyable over time. The potential pitfall, though, is that if a relationship is built only on ludus, it may never deepen into something more meaningful. In a lasting relationship, ludus keeps love lighthearted and prevents relationships from becoming too serious or stagnant. The fifth type of love is called storge. This is familial love. This is a love that is deeply comforting and steady. It is the love between family members and close lifelong friends. It is found in relationships that feel like home, a deep sense of comfort and acceptance. It is a love that grows slowly and steadily over time. It is a key to a lasting relationship. Couples who develop storge have a strong emotional foundation that allows them to weather life storms together. In a lasting relationship, storge is what makes love feel secure, unshakable, and deeply bonded. The sixth type of love is called pragma. This is enduring and committed love. It is a love that is practical, long-term, and rooted in commitment. It is found in relationships that are based on shared goals, values, and vision for the future. It is not based on impulse or fleeting passion, but on intention and partnership. It is a key to a lasting relationship. Pragma ensures that love is built to last, not just felt in the moment. In a lasting relationship, couples who cultivate pragma choose to love each other daily through their actions, even when feelings fluctuate. The next type of love is called philatia, and this is self-love and inner wholeness. This is the love you feel for yourself, which enables you to love others in a healthy way. It is the ability to respect, care for, and value yourself. Healthy philatia is self-respect, confidence, and self-compassion. Unhealthy philatia is narcissism or self-centeredness that prevents true connection. It is a key to a lasting relationship. Without philatia, we seek love from others to complete us rather than showing up whole in a relationship. In a lasting relationship, partners with healthy self-love set boundaries, communicate needs, and support each other's growth. And the last type of love is called agape. This is selfless and unconditional love. It is a love that is self-giving, compassionate, and unconditional. It is the highest form of love, pure, unconditional, and not based on personal gain. It is the kind of love that is seen in parent-child relationships, acts of service, and spiritual love. It is a key to a lasting relationship. Agape ensures that love is given freely and generously, not just when it's convenient. In a lasting relationship, agape fosters forgiveness, kindness, and the willingness to support each other through all seasons of life. How these types of love work together. For a healthy, lasting relationship, multiple types of love must be present. A soul ally thrives on pragma love. Eros ignites attraction, but without philia, friendship, and pragma, commitment, it fades. Ludus keeps things playful, but without storge, the deep bond, love may feel superficial. Philatia, self-love, ensures that both partners enter the relationship as either whole or individuals actively working toward wholeness. Agape is what makes a relationship resilient, compassionate, and selfless. Philia creates a strong emotional bond between partners, making them great friends as well as lovers. Without philia, relationships can feel transactional or disconnected. Storge provides the comforting, unshakable sense of being deeply known and accepted by your partner. Without storge, a relationship can feel exciting but lacking in true safety. And pragma transforms love into a conscious choice. It ensures that partners remain committed, aligned, and actively work toward a shared future. Without pragma, relationships lack longevity and direction. Key questions. Which types of love, eros, philia, mania, ludus, storge, pragma, philatia, agape, have been most present in my past relationships, and which ones have been missing? How has this shaped my experiences in love? Have I ever mistaken passion, eros, for a deep connection, or overlooked the importance of friendship and commitment in building a lasting relationship? How has my ability or inability to give and receive different types of love influenced the quality and longevity of my romantic relationships? Part 4. Chemistry versus compatibility. The romanticized idea of instant connection. Many people believe that when they meet the right person, they'll experience an instant, undeniable spark, a feeling of deep attraction and effortless connection. This idea is often reinforced by movies, books, and society, leading people to think that love should be instant and electric rather than something that grows over time. A strong initial attraction is proof of a meaningful connection. If chemistry isn't immediate, the relationship isn't worth pursuing. If you have to work on a connection, it means the relationship isn't meant to be. While an initial spark can feel exciting and intoxicating, relying on instant chemistry alone can be misleading and even dangerous. Why the instant connection myth is problematic. Chemistry is not a sign of true compatibility. Just because you feel an intense attraction to someone doesn't mean they're a good long-term match. You may be drawn to someone who excites you but isn't aligned with your values or emotional needs. Instant attraction can be based on subconscious wounds. Often, we are attracted to familiar dynamics, even unhealthy ones. If you find yourself drawn to the same type of partner who later causes pain, this might be a sign of unresolved emotional patterns rather than true love. Focusing on chemistry can lead to ignoring red flags. When people feel a strong emotional or physical spark, they often overlook warning signs in the relationship. They may excuse unhealthy behaviors because of how amazing the connection feels. Sustainable love is built, not just felt. Lasting relationships require trust, communication, shared values, and mutual respect, all of which take time to develop. Instant chemistry does not guarantee any of these essential foundations. So what actually does lead to lasting love? Rather than seeking an instant connection, focus on emotional availability. Does this person show up consistently, communicate openly, and create emotional safety? Shared values and vision. Do you both want the same things in life and relationships? Mutual growth and effort. Is there a willingness to build and nurture the relationship together? Trust and respect. Can you rely on this person, and do they respect your feelings and boundaries? Remember that connection grows over time. A truly deep and fulfilling relationship doesn't just happen in a moment. It develops over time through consistent effort, trust, and alignment. Rather than chasing the feeling of an instant spark, focus on cultivating a relationship that feels safe, supportive, and deeply connected over time. The most lasting love stories aren't the ones that start with fireworks, but the ones that continue to burn steadily and reliably. Some key differences to remember about chemistry and compatibility. Chemistry is an instant spark, excitement, and passion. Compatibility is shared goals and values. Chemistry feels addictive. Compatibility feels safe and grounded. Chemistry usually fades over time, and compatibility grows stronger with time. If chemistry isn't enough to make a relationship last, why do we often rely on it? It feels intoxicating. The rush of attraction can mimic love, making us believe we found the one. It triggers emotional highs. The brain releases dopamine and oxytocin, creating a sense of euphoria and deep connection, even before we know the person very well. It reinforces familiar, but not always healthy, patterns. We often feel intense chemistry with people who trigger past emotional wounds or unresolved attachment patterns. It creates a false sense of security. Many assume that if the chemistry is strong, the relationship will naturally work out. Some of the pitfalls of relying on chemistry are: chemistry fades without compatibility. Chemistry is temporary. Compatibility is lasting. The initial spark weakens over time. A relationship with strong chemistry but lacks compatibility usually fizzles out when real-life challenges arise. A better approach is to focus on shared goals, emotional safety, and mutual growth rather than just initial attraction. Pitfall number 2, chemistry can blind you to red flags. Intense attraction can make it easy to overlook warning signs. A focus on chemistry leads us to ignore or justify problematic behaviors, such as inconsistency, lack of emotional availability, or even toxic patterns. The rush of attraction can override logic and intuition, leading to poor relationship choices. A better approach is, instead of prioritizing chemistry, ask yourself if the relationship feels safe, supportive, and emotionally secure. Pitfall number 3. Chemistry alone won't sustain a long-term relationship. Relationships require more than just passion to thrive. When chemistry fades, as it naturally does over time, couples without deeper forms of love like friendship, commitment, and emotional intimacy may feel disconnected. This often leads to boredom, resentment, or seeking the next high elsewhere. A better approach is to build a relationship that includes eros, passion, philia, friendship, and pragma, commitment for long-term success. Pitfall number 4. Chemistry can be mistaken for love. Just because you feel strong attraction doesn't mean they're the one. Attraction can be influenced by hormones, emotional wounds, or familiarity, rather than true compatibility. People often confuse emotional intensity, dramatic highs and lows, with deep connection. Love isn't about how fast you connect, it's about how deeply you align over time. A better approach is to choose a partner based on shared vision, emotional availability, and long-term compatibility, not just chemistry. How to make wiser relationship choices. Instead of choosing a partner based on chemistry alone, ask yourself, do we share core values and life goals? Does this person show up consistently and communicate openly? Do I feel emotionally safe, seen, and respected in this relationship? Can we navigate conflict in a healthy way? Do we both choose to grow and evolve together? When chemistry is balanced with compatibility, trust, and shared purpose, relationships become stronger, more fulfilling, and built to last. Key questions. Have I ever stayed in a relationship because the chemistry was strong, even when deeper compatibility, values, vision, and emotional security were missing? When choosing a partner, have I prioritized how they make me feel in the moment over how well we align for the future? If chemistry faded in a past relationship, did I feel a strong foundation remained, or did I realize there was little else holding us together? Now let's take a deep dive into the soulmate and the soul ally. The soulmate fantasy. For centuries, the idea of a soulmate, a single, destined person who is perfectly designed for you, has been romanticized in literature, movies, and even spiritual beliefs. This fantasy suggests that love should be effortless, magical, and predestined, rather than something we intentionally create. The soulmate myth tells us that there is one perfect person out there for each of us. Love should feel instant, intense, and easy if it's meant to be. If you have to work at love, then it's not the right relationship. If passion fades or challenges arise, it means the relationship wasn't meant to be. While this idea is romantic, it can set us up for disappointment, unrealistic expectations, and poor relationship decisions. Why the soulmate fantasy is problematic. The soulmate idea creates unrealistic expectations. Many believe that a soulmate should fulfill all physical, emotional, intellectual, and spiritual needs without effort. When a partner doesn't automatically get you or meet all your needs, you may feel dissatisfied or unfulfilled. Love becomes about finding the perfect person, rather than building a strong partnership with an imperfect one. The truth is, no one can magically meet all our needs. Relationships require communication, effort, and shared values to thrive. The soulmate idea leads to chasing chemistry over compatibility. When the excitement fades, which is natural, they assume the relationship wasn't meant to be and move on, searching for the next spark. This can create a cycle of short-lived, intense relationships that never evolve into deep, lasting love. The truth is, the strongest relationships aren't about finding someone perfect. They're about building a love that lasts through growth and commitment. The soulmate idea encourages passivity in love. The idea of a soulmate implies that love should just happen effortlessly when you meet the right person. Many people wait for a perfect match to magically appear, instead of making intentional choices about who they partner with and why. When challenges arise, some believe it shouldn't be this hard and give up too soon. The truth is that love is an active choice, not something that just happens. Great relationships are built, not found. The soulmate idea promotes relationship avoidance and fear of commitment. Some people believe they haven't found their soulmate yet and refuse to commit, always looking for someone better or more perfect. This leads to constant searching rather than deep investment in an existing connection. It can also create fear of settling, even when the relationship is healthy and aligned. The truth is, there isn't just one person for you. There are multiple people you could build a meaningful, fulfilling relationship with. Instead of waiting for a soulmate to appear, focus on choosing a soul ally, a partner who is aligned with your values, vision, and life goals, a partner who is emotionally available, present, and committed to growth, a partner willing to navigate life's ups and downs with you, and a partner who is a conscious choice, not just a magical feeling. The strongest relationships aren't written in the stars. They're built through mutual trust, emotional intimacy, and shared purpose. A soul ally is chosen, not found. A soul ally is someone you consciously choose to build a life with based on shared values, vision, and commitment to growth. Instead of waiting for the one, you create a strong, lasting love by choosing someone who aligns with your life's direction, and you actively nurture the relationship. If you're waiting for a soulmate, you believe that love happens effortlessly. If you're choosing a soul ally, you believe that love is built through intention and action. If you're waiting for your soulmate, you believe that the right person will just know what you need. If you're looking for a soul ally, you believe that communication and emotional safety are cultivated. If you believe in a soulmate, you believe that conflict means the relationship isn't meant to be. If you're choosing a soul ally, you believe that challenges are part of growth and strengthen the bond. If you believe in a soulmate, you believe that chemistry determines a connection. If you are choosing a soul ally, you believe that compatibility and shared values create long-term success. If you believe in a soulmate, your focus is on finding the perfect person. If you are choosing a soul ally, you believe that the right partner is based on shared vision, goals, and growing together. A soul ally relationship is built on shared purpose and alignment. Both partners have similar life values, goals, and visions for the future. Emotional safety and trust. There is open communication, mutual respect, and a foundation of trust. Commitment over convenience. Love is chosen daily, even when emotions fluctuate. Growth and evolution. Both partners support each other's personal growth and development. And realistic expectations. Instead of expecting perfection, partners accept and work through differences and challenges. The soulmate is a myth, but the soul ally can be your reality. A soulmate belief is believing in the idea of meant to be, but a soul ally believes in built to last. The soulmate idea believes in idealized perfection. The soul ally concept has a realistic understanding of what it takes to make a relationship work. The soulmate is emotion driven. The soul ally is shared mission driven. The soulmate is chosen by fate, and the soul ally is chosen through discernment. 5 reasons a soul ally leads to lasting love. Number 1, shared vision creates stability. A soul ally isn't just a lover. They are a life partner who aligns with your long-term goals. Instead of hoping a relationship just works, both partners are intentional about where they are headed. The reality is that love isn't just about feeling connected today. It's about ensuring you're building a future together. Number 2, emotional safety strengthens the bond. There's no need for mind games, guessing, or constant reassurance. Both partners feel safe to express their needs, fears, and dreams. Emotional safety allows love to deepen over time, making the relationship stronger, not weaker, through life's challenges. The reality is that without emotional safety, love is fragile. With it, love can endure anything. Number 3, commitment over convenience. A soul ally chooses the relationship every single day, not just when it's easy or exciting. Instead of chasing passion alone, both partners cultivate respect, commitment, and emotional intimacy. When challenges arise, neither partner runs or assumes the relationship has lost its meaning. They work through difficulties with a mindset of growth and partnership. The reality is that passion fluctuates, but commitment and shared purpose keep love alive. Love evolves, and a soul ally evolves with you. A lasting relationship isn't static. It requires constant adaptation, understanding, and personal growth. A soul ally is not just someone you love today. They are someone who is willing to grow and evolve alongside you. As life changes, they remain committed to adapting and deepening the relationship, rather than seeking new excitement with a new partner. The reality is that the strongest relationships don't stay the same, they evolve together. And number 5, a soul ally strengthens love through action, not just emotion. Unlike a soulmate, which is based on feeling the right way, a soul ally chooses to act in love every day. They show up, put in the effort, and create a relationship built on trust, action, and shared responsibility. Love becomes an intentional practice, not just an emotional experience. The reality is that love that lasts isn't about waiting for the right person. It's about choosing to show up and build love together. The ultimate truth: lasting love is built, not found. A soul ally relationship lasts because it is chosen, nurtured, and strengthened through intentional love and emotional safety. The relationship is based on a shared life vision. It is not about finding someone who magically completes you, but about choosing someone who walks beside you, grows with you, and commits to loving you through life's journey. Key questions. Am I willing to let go of the fantasy that love should be effortless and instead commit to building a relationship based on shared values, emotional safety, and mutual growth? Have I been more focused on finding someone who feels right in the moment rather than someone who aligns with my long-term vision for love and life? What mindset shifts do I need to make to move from passively waiting for the one to actively choosing and cultivating a partnership with a soul ally? Final thoughts. Love is not found, it's created. One of the biggest misconceptions about love is that it's something we find, as if the perfect partner will magically appear and everything will effortlessly fall into place. The reality is that lasting, fulfilling love is built through conscious choices, intentional effort, alignment of values, vision, and emotional security. A soul ally relationship is not about fate or destiny. It's about choosing a partner who is committed to growing with you, supporting you, and aligning with your future. It's about building love, not just feeling it. Key lessons from this workshop. Chemistry is not the same as compatibility. Emotional safety is the foundation of real love. A soul ally relationship is built on shared values and commitment instead of waiting for the right person. Love is a choice, not just a feeling. The strongest relationships evolve over time. A soul ally isn't just a partner for today. They are someone who is committed to adapting, learning, and deepening love over a lifetime. Now that you understand the difference between a soul mate and a soul ally, ask yourself, what kind of relationship am I building? Am I making choices based on instant chemistry or long-term alignment? Do I feel safe, seen, and understood in my relationship? Am I willing to actively build a relationship rather than passively waiting for love? So how can you apply these insights to your future relationships? Start prioritizing emotional availability and shared values over fleeting attraction. Focus on choosing a partner based on who they are, not just how they make you feel in the moment. Commit to building a partnership that thrives on open communication, mutual respect, and intentional love. The power is in your hands. You don't have to wait for love to happen to you. You have the power to choose a partner who aligns with your vision, values, and emotional needs. By shifting your mindset from seeking a soulmate to building a soul ally relationship, you set the foundation for a relationship that is truly fulfilling, lasting, and deeply connected. Key questions. Am I ready to take ownership of my love life and build a relationship that is aligned, intentional, and built to last? What beliefs or fears have been holding me back from fully taking responsibility for the kind of love I create and accept in my life? What practical steps can I start making today to shift from passive dating to actively choosing a relationship that aligns with my values and my vision for the future? Always remember this, that God did not create Eve from Adam's head to roll over him, nor from his feet to be trampled beneath him. He formed her from Adam's rib, close to his heart, so she would walk beside him as his equal and partner in purpose. Go to couplesdevelopment.com to download your free accompanying workbook for this workshop. To grab your free copy, click on Free Resources on the menu. If you are tired of wasting your time in dating, remember to like, subscribe, and share. To view our workshops specifically for singles, click on our Singles School playlist. If you are ready to dive into some deep transformational inner work that will revolutionize your love life, contact me and let's get to work.